look so good.
Hi baby, seen I need lately, skundum mooi spam, hebben wij treetis aan het wonderen.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? Nassif here from Click, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Sharkk Mini Bluetooth speaker. Alright, so before we get into this, I'm going to show you where to pick it up from. So you got to head over to Amazon.ca. I'll have this link in the description. Alright, so you got to search up Sharkk, and you'll see this thing here. Price-wise, comes into $30. When it's not on sale, it comes in about $50. But this thing's been on sale since I bought it, which was back in 2015. Alright, so let's get into some of the specs that you got here. So it says here you got 6 hours of consecutive playback time, super loud bass, slip resistant rubber bass. You got micro SD support, an aux cable, Bluetooth 2.1. Comes with a carrying pouch, a USB charging cable, an audio cable, and these are the frequencies responses and speaker dimensions. Alright, so getting into this thing. Now keep in mind this thing's just been sitting in this box. I picked it up and I never really got to it because I've been using that Jabra Soulmate we checked out in an earlier video. So let's get into this thing. So opening it up. Oh, this is a bloody tight box. Alright, just get this thing aside. So you got a nice, kind of like a velvet styrofoam type thing here. You got your instructions manual. Not really need to look at that. Bluetooth speakers are pretty straightforward. Here's your actual speaker. Right, so as you can see here, we got the red version. I do believe that it comes in a bunch of different colors. Let's bring back this thing here. I'm not sure what colors check. Alright, it looks like they just have it in red. But I'm pretty sure I've seen it on other websites and whatnot that it comes in like black and blue. But if I find those, I'll throw that in the description, those links as well. Alright, so we'll set the speaker aside for now. Inside the box, as said, you get this kind of carrying pouch. It feels kind of like cheap microfiber or cheap suede. It's not a very nice pouch. So I wouldn't really use it. I'd probably end up using the skull candy pouch that we got from the Crushers. So there's that. You get your 3.5mm audio cable. Right, it's kind of long. I'd say 2.5 feet at most. So you won't be bumping music through the aux cable from a long distance away. And you also get looks like a micro USB charging cable. But you know, we got a bunch of those lying around, so don't even need to get into using that. So keep this handy. Alright, let's put that aside. Taking a look at the speaker now. If you look at the build, it's got like this aluminum metal surround. It's finished in a matte plastic paint job. The top's metal. The cover for the speaker here is plastic. It's got the Sharkk logo engraved in. On the bottom here, you have that kind of the rubber seal thing. Not sure if there's a piece of plastic. No, there's not. So this one isn't the one where you kind of stick it on the table, and it's not the 3M one where you stick it on the table and it stays there. It's just a piece of rubber. You got some specs on there, I guess battery and whatnot. Along the side here, so you got your volume up, volume down, play, pause, and your mode change button. This is the power switch here. This is your micro SD card reader, and this is your aux cable input. And here's your micro USB charging slot. So let's power this thing on. See if we got any juice. Find the power switch here. So we'll power this on. All right. So you get a notification letting you know the speaker's on. So let's try and pair this thing up with the HTC here. Alright, so it's already showing up. Now another thing to keep in mind, this only supports Bluetooth 2.1 and we're already at like Bluetooth 4.2 or something now. So I'm not expecting the audio quality from Bluetooth to be very nice in terms of bass and whatnot. I feel like it's going to be not staticky, but yeah, I just feel like the quality is not going to be up to par if I decide to wire it. But we'll test both of those out and we'll see what's up. So let's head to YouTube, get into some non-copyright songs, and I'll play this for you and we'll see how this thing sounds. Get maximum volume on the speaker. get this paused. As I expected here, there is a little bit of static. Just get this piece of plastic away. There's a bit of static and distortion at high volumes with the bass. But I do think that's just from the Bluetooth. So we're going to wire this thing up and see how it sounds. Just put this thing back to the start. All right, so in terms of initial kind of impressions on the audio, there's a lot of bass. As you saw, the speaker kind of jumped along the table. But it's not like, I guess it's not as deep bass as the Jabra. Obviously, the Jabra's got a much bigger driver. But yeah, in terms of audio quality, it seems okay. But again, for $30, you can't really expect much. So we're gonna wire this thing up. Let's plug this thing in here. All right, so it automatically switches into the audio, the aux mode. All right, let's play this thing on full volume again and see what it sounds like. All right, that's a max volume. So definitely right away, right from the start, I could tell you that the audio cable sounds much better. But yeah, I mean, again, for $30, audio quality, you can't really complain. You're getting pretty decent loud sound. It's enough to fill a room, or if you're heading outside, let's say to wash the car or just do some lawn work. It's good enough to just leave in the garage and you can play it on full volume. You hear it outside. My only thing is with this rubber thing down here, it's not really holding the speaker in place, as you saw. It kind of jumped along the table with Bluetooth and with the audio cable. So let's get this thing unplugged here. I also saw I mean, it's kind of just a stupid thing, but the little speaker thing here kind of vibrates in and out. So it's kind of cool to look at if you're listening, or if you have people over, you just kind of bust this little thing out. But yeah, I mean, for a speaker that's this small, the amount of audio, like the amount of volume that's coming out of this thing when you're playing audio and whatnot it's pretty impressive. I wouldn't say it's mind-blowing to the point where you're like, wow, that sounds like a $100 speaker. It sounds like a $30 speaker with a bit extra bass. So it's nothing special. But I feel like if you're looking for something small, like you need something by your desk, or you just want to plop something here while you're working and doing word processing or something for school or something, this thing's pretty cool just to have kind of sitting there if you don't want to, dump $70-80 into a set of desktop speakers. So yeah, I mean, I think if you're in the market for kind of like a low-ish budget speaker, then yeah, definitely pick this thing up for $30. The bass is pretty decent. The audio quality is pretty good. I just recommend playing it with the aux cable rather than linking it with Bluetooth, just because it only supports up to Bluetooth 2.1. I'm reading off the Amazon posting here. So the audio quality is probably going to be better through the aux cable for every song rather than just the one that we tested. So that's pretty much it. Again, for $30, I'd probably recommend picking it up if you just need something small and you don't want to put too much money into a portable speaker. And yeah, I mean, in terms of build and whatnot, it's pretty durable. So if you drop this thing a few times or whatever, it's not going to get damaged, not going to fall apart on you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, concerns, or whatnot. Share the video if you're enjoying what you're seeing. It always helps the channel out. And thanks so much for watching. This has been Nassif, and I'm out. Peace.